Now we're so back. Hold on. Wow, I had my gain way up. I think because I was in... Hold on, is this the up button or the down button? You can see how impromptu the stream was. All right, we're so back now. I sorry, I had to adjust that. Welcome. Still doing the face cam because fuck it, we ball. We're back tonight. I decided to just throw this up on a stream, impromptu. Okay. Luckily, I already had my game audio down. Wow, I was afraid that was way too loud. This is an NIS game I've been playing for like, I don't know, a little bit now. And we're doing some grinding because it's NIS, you have to do that. There has to be a trophy that doesn't have anything to do with the entire rest of the game, but fuck it, it's gonna extend your playtime by 30 hours. And that's what this is. So hope everyone's doing well. I didn't even put an announcement in my Discord. I didn't forget. I just don't know if I want to do one for something like this. I don't even know how long I'm gonna be streaming for, if I'm gonna be streaming long at all. We'll see how this goes. I don't know how well I'm equipped to do things like this, but I figured it might be fun. But trophy I'm trying to get here is to accumulate 10 million gold in the game. Have it on you at once. And it's literally, you get like 40 to 50,000 from like one run of this level, and it's supposed to be one of the... You don't get gold that fast. So it's like a 40-hour grind. It's fucking terrible. The title of the stream says it all. That's my life outside of work. Riveting, I know. Hey, Tyler the Waffle Monger. It's more fun as a sneaky surprise. Welcome in. I know, that's what I'm saying. It sucks too because I know late at night is not a great streaming time. Late at night in Freedom Eagle time, because that's when like everyone else is asleep. But I mean, hey, fuck it. Like the only time I can stream during the week because I'm at work the rest of the day. But if you're in like Europe, it's fucking 1 a.m. and if you're in if you're even further across the world, it's like what? Maybe you're just waking up. And it's Friday. But it is what it is. But I'm at like 4.6. I'm not even at 5 million. I'm not even halfway. But luckily Fridays and Saturdays are shorter days for me in terms of work. Shorter meaning a normal 8 hours. Because I'm in busy season right now, and it's a time, all right. I feel like this game is going to absolutely break my PS3 control. I'm surprised it hasn't broken it already. You gotta get money by those little lines in the enemy's health bar. When they get to those thresholds, you can like steal money from them. And you have to like rotate the stick to do that. I feel like it just breaks not only your thumb, but your controller. Thank God I didn't play this on Switch. I think my Joy-Cons would have contracted the drift disease in 5 seconds. You've never seen this before in your life? Hey, that's what I'm here for. This is Penny Punching Princess. Also, welcome, Fourth Ace. This is an NIS game. This is, they released this in 2016 for the Vita. And it wasn't very popular. And I can kind of see why. I like the game. But, it's a very light story. It's about a princess whose dad died because capitalism, the old king, and so now she hates capitalism, and yet the world is centered around capitalism, so she needs to fight with money, and you can bribe enemies, and you can also bribe, you pull out a fucking calculator! You have to bribe the healing circles to heal. So stupid. And I mean that positively. But yes, the main gimmick of this game is literally, it's of course a brawler, but you have to steal money from enemies, and then the gimmick is literally pulling out your fucking calculator and bribing enemies to make them go away, and then you can also use the enemies you bribe, like, as attacks, and you can also bribe stage hazards. If I want to get rid of this big fucking mouth thing on the ground, I can just bribe it away with $800. It's funny. It's a funny game. It's charming. The Vitas where niche Japanese games go to die. That's unfortunately true. There was a Neptunia rhythm game on this thing that never left the Vita. I'm like, I kind of want it. Now that I have one, I kind of want it. I'm an accountant just to prepare for this game. Yes. Yeah, I'm like, you know me. I need to be the best in the world at Penny Punching Princess, specifically. So I will train. I'll dedicate my life to to be the best in the game that's so obscure it only has 18 platinum achievers on psnprofiles.com. Which is true. Actually, I think it's like 16 or 17, but it's gonna be 18 soon. After I get through like another week of playing the same goddamn level over and over again. But yes, I've enjoyed the game so far. I think it is the first few chapters, the beginning of the game it is also one of the most uniquely frustrating games I think I've ever played in my life. I say I like this game with a big asterisk. It mellows out towards the end for sure, but it is one of the weirdest implemented systems ever. You have to literally, like, I am the strongest you can be right now. I am like in the end game, so I'm not having much trouble. But when your stats are a lot lower and you're trying to bribe enemies, you have to like select them with the D-pad and like cycle through them. And there's no good way to specifically select an enemy to like get rid of. You gotta just like hope you land on them, and the time doesn't stop at all when you're trying to do that. So you're just trying to like do 15 things at once in the heat of battle, and it is, oh, it's rough. All the enemies have collision, so you're just getting knocked around all the time. You can get stunned sometimes from getting hit like that. Some of the enemies are just like ridiculously strong compared to you as well. It's a nightmare. That was a lot of my experience in the first few chapters. Is this last trophy before plat? No, because I'm stupid. That was the plan. That should have been the plan. I kind of just started this early and went, fuck it, I'm already doing it, I might as well keep doing it. So, no, I have a few more to get that are pretty out of the way. So even after this, I have to do a few things. Mags and rags in real life. It's me. I don't know if the quality of this face cam is like good at all. I might be in like 360p. I was trying to think of an actual P number that like exists in the real world. 360, 720, 1080. I know numbers. The best version of Persona 4 was Vita locked for so long. Golden, right? Yeah, I forgot fucking Golden released on the Vita. That's insane. So usually I shoot for about... The enemies around this boss, this isn't even the boss of the map, this is just like a boss. The enemies around this boss just keep respawning infinitely. So I normally try to go for like grind them out a little bit, but not enough to stay on the map for too long. And I was distracted with talking, so I usually go for like 40,000 coins before I beat the boss. I'm at like 47,000 now. Okay. But it's so... What's weird about this is that you still have to like semi-pay attention to it, which makes it really hard to like watch things on the side. Because a lot of the time I watch things on my second monitor, and if you have to semi-pay attention to that and also semi-pay attention to this, that really limits what you can use as your second monitor content. I tried to watch... I don't want to open a whole can of worms here, but I've been really interested in Tokusatsu recently, and I tried to watch one of the Ultraman series, and of course that's gonna be in Japanese, so it's gonna be dubbed. And trying to do this and pay attention to a dubbed program at the same time was not happening. I watched like 2 episodes, really enjoyed it, but fuck, it takes a lot of concentration. So I just put on some Scalpawas instead. truly the peak second monitor content. You're trying to get into Kamen Rider for the longest time? I feel you. I feel you. I do. I want to check all that out. It just looks so fun. I've never really like watched anything like that before. It's the ZHP that did it. That's really it. That really opened my eyes to like, oh shit, this is a genre that I actually... Obviously, like, it's inspired by Tokusatsu. But, like, it making me look more into it and just, like, having the same vibes as it kind of made me go like, shit, this is something that I would actually totally be into. You watch Beastar Season 3? Is that a new season? I didn't realize I got a new season. That's sick. I've been slacking so much on shows. Literally any media, any kind of media that's like not a video game, I am so bad at engaging with, I guess, keeping up with. There's like one manga that I will catch up on every like 6 months, and which is fucking Record of Ragnarok. That goes hard. I haven't read it probably in about 6 months. So I have some catching up to do, but I was introduced to that one in college, and it's like the only manga I've really read, but I fucked with it hard. Nah, goddammit. Gotta watch things in order. So I'm talking 70s shows. I also really feel you. That Ultraman series that I mentioned was Ultra Q, literally the one in the 60s, because I also like to go in order. And that is terrifying, because when I was researching them, yes, almost all, like, a lot of the big ones, the classic ones, started in, like, the 60s and 70s, and just... they've just been going. Just pedal to the metal. Like, every year they have, like, a 60-episode season. And it's absolutely ridiculous. Don't forget about the 10 movies. All the spin-offs. It's insane. I respect it. Ragnarok is so good. Monthly release is guilt. Yeah. I mean, I feel like that's probably also a reason why I don't catch up with it that much, is because you have to wait so long anyway for new issues. I mean, like, I don't want to say, like, an entire month, because, fuck, like, it takes a lot of work. But also, we're so spoiled with the rate at which things come out now. Like, a month seems like so long. A month for a 40-page manga where all the panels are hand-drawn and fucking beautiful and, you know, tells a great story and sick fight scenes and has so much work go into it. Oh my god! I can't believe it. An entire month? You gotta roll with it. But no, I really feel that. There are a lot of manga that release like weekly, and I just, that's all I can think. Like, how? How do they do that? It's insane. Like the binge reads, you're waiting for your favorite manga to end, but it's been going on since 2006. Ooh, which one? Favorite record of Jack the Ripper is so good. I really liked the fuck, it's been so long now, I have to remember them. It was one of the more recent ones, the Nikola Tesla one. That was the most recent one that I did catch up on, and then the one right after that, I think that one was Hades. It was still in the middle of that one when I was reading it, so I haven't read past that. But I did see the whole Nikola Tesla one, and that honestly might be one of my favorites. That one really, really surprised me. But Jack the Ripper might be my absolute favorite one, just because of how it turns the whole dynamic on its head. No, I'm thinking of the wrong... Never mind. No, I'm thinking of the right thing. No. That's when he fought Hercules. Just because the way they reverse the roles and like who you really should be rooting for is kind of insane. Favorite manga is Kingdom. I haven't heard of that one. It's a shame the anime for that really didn't take off. I haven't seen it. I've heard people fucking hate it. And that's so unfortunate, because I feel like anything like that has the potential to be like a really good anime. Like it's just sick fight scenes. But I guess they just didn't do it well. You ever hear like a music in a game and it's just like warms your soul? Because that's how I feel. The intro, the music I put on for the like starting screen or whatever, for this stream was from this game. It was from it was like each chapter has like one theme it plays during the stage, the whole time except for battles, outside of battle. But the chapter 2 theme is just like one of those themes I hear, and I'm just like, it's such like a happy sounding, just like vibe, and I'm just like, there's that category I feel like of like video game music where I hear it and I just go, this makes my soul happy. It's just something I can chill to, and that song is one of them for sure. Shoutouts to like the entire Robotics Note soundtrack for also being that. Not the entire, a few songs, but they're the main ones that play during normal scenes. Too bad if I try to play any of them on a stream, it will get copyright stricken to hell and back. Because some of them were on the playlist I put on when I was doing Disgaea 2 item world grinding way back for footage, and I streamed that. And those songs specifically from Robotics Notes got hit. I'm like, okay, like really? Not a great look when they're that insane about the copyright. I do remember I tried to read the Demon Slayer manga too though, a while ago, soon after Record of Ragnarok, because I was kind of on a kick of like I just want to read more manga, and I didn't vibe with it. I think it was just the pacing was like really turned me off, but I don't doubt the anime is maybe I would like a lot better. I haven't tried to watch it, but I know people fuck with it hard. Blue Period though, that's another one I read about the same time, and I didn't continue that, and I don't know why. I think it just like was focusing on other things, but I fucking adored the first few chapters of Blue Period. And I didn't read that much of it. I really did only read, like, maybe a few chapters. Chapters were long, though. This game gonna be in the next video? Yes and no. It's gonna be the next video I make. Yeah, it'll be the next video. There's a video coming out tomorrow that I have scheduled. That's, like, actually the next video, but obviously that one's already made. This will be the next one I make. that has been my plan. Problem is, I did not expect there to be a trophy that may extend the time I have to make it. Or shorten the time I have to make it by like a week, because I'm gonna spend a week doing this alone. Phantom Brave 2 just released today. True. Oh man, I could have tried to serve the algorithm by streaming that instead. Everyone's gonna be talking about that. But no, I honestly haven't even been thinking about that. I've been focused on my job. And and videos, but yeah, I hope it's good. I hope people like it. People seem to have pretty good impressions from the demo, so that's promising. If my Blue Sky Discover tab is a reliable source of information of people posting about it, being like, yo, this fucks. and the Steam version isn't available at launch. I did see that. I forgot about that. They did announce it though. They did say it's gonna come in like what, spring? So probably only a few months, but that that kind of sucks. But hey, I haven't even finished the first one, so well, it'll be a little while for sure. I was thinking that might be my next 100% video, Phantom Brave, actually. Too bad with my job, I won't be able to even start playing that thing again until April. Which is why I'm playing their shorter, more miscellaneous games in the meantime, like Penny Punching Princess and Witch in the Hundred Knight, which is gonna be what the video is about tomorrow. I played that not too long ago, December. Hey Ellie, Max jump scare, it's me. Yeah. I need to finish Rhapsody as well. I was thinking Rhapsody could be like a chill stream short RPG game to play during this like busy time, but the motivation to stream is just totally shot, like, period. Unfortunately, during this time, which I was hoping wouldn't be the case, but hey, at least I mean, at least they did this. Love the wolf dude, Rowan was his name, from the first Phantom Brave? I think I remember who you're talking about. There were a few wolf people. There's a whole class of wolf people. one of the character classes, I believe. Or do you mean from the second game? Actually, I do remember you posting a screenshot of the wolf guy from the second game. Never mind. from Phantom Brave 2. Okay. My bad. Never expected to be watching somebody play Penny Punching Princess at 2 AM. Looks interesting. Yeah, we out here. We're bringing back the classics. Also, welcome Wolf. A lot of furry people in the game couldn't be happier. Hell yeah. How do you feel about the dragon redesign? Anyways, that the PC port defaults to the ugliest sprite filter I've seen in my life. ZHP did the same thing. I feel like there were so many, because literally Mega Man Zero did the same thing as well. So many of those like classic games that were pixel art, when they get re-released, they do that. They put on that like dumb ass smoothing filter and make that the default. Like, why? It looks terrible. And then the people who don't know any better, aka this dumbass, keeps it on, was like, oh look, it's the game. Nothing is wrong here. They just assume that's how it's supposed to look. I played Mega Man Zero like that for a long time. I played Phantom Brave like that, like almost the whole story. Before I think it was you, Ellie, who told me that, actually. That that was a filter, and was like, oh no, you can actually change it to how it originally looked. You know, actual good sprite art. It's like, oh. That's so much better. Dragon redesign is cool. Love that little beer belly they gave him. It's so silly. The dragon. I don't know how to feel about it. I feel like all I can do is just I don't even know if I like it or dislike it. It's just funny. Devs seem to think that people hate seeing pixels for some reason. I know. They're like, it has to look modern, it has to look sleek. None of those squares. Squares only belong in Minecraft. If you're Mega Man Zero, you have to look smooth. Eds, what's up? This is my boy Mags. It's a good game. I haven't seen. Is this a good game? It is a good game. It is a good game. If you have patience. But that's NIS number fonts. Ed knows what's up. He's got it clocked. This is an NIS game. This is a brawler that came out in 2016 for the Vita, and it did go on Switch. I failed to mention that earlier, I think. In 2018, it did get ported to Switch. And I don't think many people cared. But I was saying this earlier, but I think this game's systems are unbelievably frustrating for a while. But I think it has a really good foundation. It has a funny ass concept. It's really charming. I mean, it fucking looks good. I love this art style. But it is very difficult. And the main gimmick of the game is that you can literally bribe anything you want. You pull out your goddamn calculator. But as you can see, the battle just keeps going, and you have to like manually cycle between like the 15 things on the screen that you want to bribe, which can be a little bit difficult, if not impossible. Which makes for a very a very frustrating system at times. But my experience was that the difficulty mellowed out towards the middle, and it gets a lot more enjoyable. But I really love the idea, and I love the concept. It's a literally, you clocked it. It's an NIS game. Looks like a 3DS game. And well, at least it was for a portable console. It's got that vibe to it for sure. I'm gonna add this to your Switch wish list now. You missed 2D pixel art. Oh man, I know. In terms of its story, it's about a princess whose dad, the old king, fucking died because of capitalism. I don't even know if they try to play it off as a bold statement or not. They don't. You don't take the story seriously. He invested in stocks and lost all of his money, and then got so depressed that he died. And then, and then the princess is just out to get vengeance on like the main loan sharks of the game, because she thinks they tricked her dad into investing in bad stocks. It's a goofy ass story. It's great. I love it. I should have played this on Switch, because then I wouldn't have had to do this. It's only because of the goddamn completionist in me, the trophy hunter in me, I guess. Refrain from shilling Gravity Circuit to Wolf Refrain. Play Gravity Circuit! I'll do it for you. I haven't played it. But Ellie says it's good, so it's good. It is up there on my list of things to play. My 2D platformers list. Most of which are pixel art. Which says a lot about my tastes. I'm an Inti Creates fan, leave me alone. Maybe I'll get the Switch version. I would recommend it, honestly. It made me want to punch 15 holes in my wall, but I would recommend it. Is there no post-game? Nope. There's no post-game. Okay, there's one extra dungeon at the very end. I say dungeon. It's one level. It's one map. After the last story stage, there is one extra map you can do. And it's just this long gauntlet of a map. I literally ran out of time on that map because I forgot the time limit existed. There is a time limit on every map. It's of an in-game hour, which I have come to realize is not an actual hour. It's probably more like 50 minutes. It's very close. I don't know why they give you a time limit. It's not story related. I don't know why they do it, but time left 57 minutes. It's like slightly faster than real time for whatever reason. So it's inconsequential, except in that last map. It is literally so long I ran out of time because I wasn't paying attention to that and I was just exploring it and taking my time. Which, yeah, lost like 50 minutes of progress. That was fun. That's the only like post-game quote-unquote content there is. So it's a short little game. That will, Ets, if you do play this, or anyone, I suppose, if you do play this on Switch, make sure you have an extra backup pair of Joy-Cons. You see, this shit, you gotta circle the right stick like crazy to get money out of enemies. And I have read that it gave Joy-Con drift to people. I mean, of course, because they're terrible with that. But it is rather unfortunate. It does have touchscreen controls, actually. It has two control schemes. It has only buttons, but I think it was made for touchscreen, which I can't use because I am on a PS TV. Because I want to be able to hook it up to my monitor and record from it and all that. So no touchscreen. So I'm using all the button controls, which is why I have to wriggle the right stick. But that is an option, at least. And I think you have to rub the screen to steal money instead of rotate the stick. But either way, it's annoying because it takes your fingers like completely off the buttons. So it's unfortunate. Requiring fast analog stick movements is the worst thing a Switch game can do. Yeah, I played 200 hours of Astral Chain with Joy-Cons. It is indeed what killed your first pair. Yep. Unfortunate. You have a Switch Lite, no Joy-Cons? Guess you may hit the wall at some point then. Yeah. Mayhaps. Honestly, I feel like all button controls where you use the right stick is probably better because you have to take your hand all the way off of the controller to use the touchscreen. But at the same time, the touchscreen lets you select with your finger which enemy or thing you want to bribe. Whereas the button controls, you gotta pull out your calculator and cycle between every enemy till you land on the right one. Which I think is infinitely worse. So pick your poison. And also, the right stick, I have read, lets you get money faster because you can rotate it faster than you can move your finger across the screen, I guess. I've done too much research on this game. I need to stop. I've watched reviews, I've read forums, I've seen what people are saying. This is my life now. Will there be a Phantom Brave video at some point? Yes. I'm actually thinking of that being my next 100% video. I would very much like that to be the case, actually. It depends on if I have the motivation to do that when I can. When I can being April, unfortunately, because I don't have the free time during this busy season to work on big projects like that. That's the big downside of this industry. I'm in accounting, so we have a big busy season from January to April because in America the tax filing deadline is April 15th. So we are going sicko mode on preparing taxes, basically. So that's why I'm mostly why I'm playing a lot of like the miscellaneous shorter NIS games like Penny Punching Princess to kind of like, you know, hold myself over and have something to do. Have stuff to make videos on, and because I want to, obviously. But yes, I really want Phantom Brave to be my next one. But it depends on if like I'm still as interested in Phantom Brave when that time comes. Because there's also a lot of other ones I want to check out. And I gotta like select one to commit to. And then, of course, Phantom Brave 2 has then got to happen at some point. Phantom Brave 2 has doubled my Phantom Brave, I guess, content output required. Like, damn, now I got twice as much Phantom Brave to do. That's crazy. I hate that so many Vita games use a touchscreen because the Vita D-pad is really close to the screen. You always tap the screen by mistake. Ooh. I've never had like a real Vita. I didn't know that was a problem. Remember that one time we tried playing Sky 3 on mobile versus a Vita emulator? On... Oh, Vita. I see. A Vita emulator on mobile. Camera wouldn't stop having a seizure every time we dared to put the finger anywhere on the screen. Did Disgaea 3 supported the touchscreen? Could you like move the camera on the touchscreen? That's crazy. I know it's such a phenomenon, I guess, when a console, because I am of the maybe or maybe not unique perspective of really just looking back on all the older consoles. Like, there was so much I didn't own, like a Vita, because for, I mean, most of my life, I haven't really played video games my whole life, like most people I feel like have. So I've noticed it's such a phenomenon whenever a console had, like, I guess a gimmick like that, or like a unique feature to it. There are so many games that just shove that feature in there to try to promote it, or be like, oh yeah, this is a fucking Vita game, we're using the touch screen, when it doesn't need to use the touch screen. It's so, like, don't force something that doesn't need to be there. Like, obviously you had, like, the Wii that had, you know, everything had motion controls, which some of them worked, I guess. But Jesus. I think, like, every goddamn Sonic game that released for the Wii made you use motion controls to move, or something. Disgaea especially isn't a game that is made for touchscreens. Yeah, no, not really. And yet they put Disgaea 1 Complete on mobile. which is baffling to me. I'm not even saying it's bad. It's just bizarre, I guess. I haven't played Disgaea 1 complete on mobile. Maybe it works, but it's just funny, I guess. Me motion control in particular make you sad. Such a cool idea that had one definitive game that utilizes them. Wait, which one? Oh, Wii Sports, you mean? Maybe. Wii Sports went hard though. That, you know what? Talking about video games from my childhood. I feel like Buzz Lightyear on the shelves saying this, but like Wii Sports was was top tier childhood game. Yeah, that's right. I played a mean game of bowling. I shot that shit backwards. You know how you could just release the bowling ball and throw it backwards, and the entire crowd would just like freak out. Those were the days. I didn't really play Wii Sports Resort. I know that came out like afterwards. I think it was like an expansion of it. I don't think I ever got that one. Wii Fit went crazy with the board. I remember that shit. You mean Skyward Sword? Oh. Yeah, I think Wii Sports deserves to be up there in the echelons of Wii motion controls. I haven't played Skyward Sword actually. By far the best use of the console's gimmick. I mean, that's good to hear, honestly. Leave it to Zelda. I'm just remembering that Link's crossbow training was also a thing. Talk about another Zelda game that uses a gimmick. Wii gimmick. But there are a lot of main Zeldas I actually haven't played. That would be something to go through. The other Wii game was what? Twilight Princess? I haven't played that one either. But I know that one's like really beloved. I did play the Toon Link, not Wind Waker, but I did play the ones for DS, because I think I don't even know where I was. I was probably at too many games, honestly. And I picked up cartridges for, whatchamacallit, for the DS Toon Link games, for Phantom Hourglass and for Spirit Tracks. Those games I really enjoyed, especially Spirit Tracks. Spirit Tracks was great. And I very underrated Zelda game. That Overworld theme, I remember, is one of those songs I was talking about that just... That is just such a very feel-good song. Has the Beyblade, so it gets a pass for all its faults. I don't know what that is, but that sounds sick. I don't know how loud my PS3 controller actually is, but it would be so funny if my mic was picking up my rotating right stick. It's so incessant. Yeah, I need to get more like nerd shirts. I used to have a good amount of video game themed shirts, and before that, I had band shirts up the ass. Cause I was really into like bands and music. But I say that because like I gotta like have shit to like wear on stream. You know, I was looking at my base cam. I was like, man, where'd those days go? I wear like boring shirts now because I mostly have to worry about what I wear to work now more than what I wear out casually. So I feel like I don't really get many like, I don't know, shirts that I like. I guess. Now I gotta be sitting here with like a fucking Mega Man shirt or something. You dig up my old My Chemical Romance t-shirt. You shouldn't be allowed to bring up the DS Zeldas without talking about how they were the only appearance of the best character to ever do it. True! Linebeck! Linebeck was so cool. His theme is so good too. No, you're so right for that one though. I love Linebeck. Was he really? Were they really the only games he was ever in? That's actually such a crime. He was in both of them, though, right? I think he was in Phantom Hourglass and Spirit Tracks. But that is a crime. How about the Merchant Phantom Brave one? Went from being one of the most useless units in the game to being actually usable in Phantom Brave 2. Oh, nice. I'm trying to remember what the Merchant class looks like. But yeah, I love when they change shit up like that. I mostly like how the 3D actually kind of looks good in Phantom Brave 2, really. Like, without having played it at all. Like, just visually, they've cleaned up the 3D. I still wish they maybe went back to 2D, but they've cleaned it up. Linebeck the third, right? It was like his ancestor or his descendant or something. The one that looks like female Gundam from... Okay, it's like the girl with the glasses. Right. I do remember her. Never played a Zelda game in your life. Your friends all had NES and SNES. You're a Sega kid. No shame. There's a lot of classics I haven't played. People would probably burn me at the stake for. And yet, trying to think of one of them off the top of my head is not working. I was gonna say Metroid, but that's not technically true. I played Metroid Dread when that came out. That was a really good game. I feel like a lot of the lore implications were lost on me because I know it actually was kind of huge in some aspects, but I hadn't played any of the other ones beforehand. But really fun game. I would go back and play the other ones. Bit mixed on the 3D in Phantom Brave 2. Yeah, I don't blame you. At least looks better than 6. Better than 6, while not a high bar, is all I can hope for. So for the 2D sprites yourself, I always felt awkward whenever people start talking about the 3D in Disgaea 6-7 because you actually like it. No, that's fine. But yeah, I think for a lot of people, it wasn't even just that which I don't think the 3D looks very favorable personally in 6, but a lot of it I think is also just the fact that it isn't 2D in the first place. Like they did beautiful 2D and then they do that really sudden shift, and it's very off-putting. And yeah, personally, I wasn't a big fan of how it looked. I think it looked really good in some ways, but there were definitely a lot of animations and scenes when they tried to do cutscenes. It looked so like goofy. I thought. Oh, I remember the one near the end of the game, or like the second act of the game or whatever, where it was in with Ivar, that big conference room where a lot of that conversation took place, and they tried to do that one big scene with the whole crowd, and it was panning across the whole room, and I thought it looked really goofy. So it was just like the 3D models just like just standing there, or like having these like really stiff animations. I don't know. Wish they never changed. Yeah. God, I have to find that scene. I think some characters, like the Magician and Apricot, fit right in with them. The Magician is the Magician in Phantom Brave 2. I haven't seen her model actually. I love the Magician design in Phantom Brave 1. Do they keep the same one, or is it different? I actually don't think I've seen it at all in 2. I actually do agree with you, Ellie, that the models themselves are really cute. I think the hub world looks immaculate. I think I even said that in the video that I made, but like I will stand by that. I think it did have a good foundation, but it was not. It just wasn't executed very well. Yeah, like in the animations, really. I think every time the God of Destruction appeared on screen, I couldn't take it seriously. It has the same design. Oh, the witch. That's the one I was thinking of. I'm sorry. I was talking about the witch. I was confused. Magic user. I forgot there was also a magician. But she's been redesigned. I have to see her redesign. This is of the utmost importance. Disgaea 7 was pretty cool. Still holding out for a Disgaea 3 remake. That would be the dream. I also do want to play. I'm really holding out for Disgaea 7 Complete to come out already. Pretty please, with a cherry on top. It's taken a hot minute, but they do have Disgaea 7 Complete like out in Japan, like a whole ass re-release with added content. And they're like, it's not in English yet, and it hasn't been announced at all. So that's kind of the main reason I haven't played Disgaea 7 yet, because I don't want them to then announce the re-release, and I'm not gonna play the whole ass game again if that happens. I'm just gonna be real. But then again, I still have Disgaea guides to get to. I feel like I'm getting already so like engrossed in the rest of the NIS universe, I'm like, wait, no. There's still Disgaea games to do, to make videos on. Especially, I know Disgaea 5 is a big one, and I'm like, please have mercy. It's such a beefy game. And I wish they stuck to the 2D style just so we could see the sprites in the HD style. Yeah, it would be really cool to see all those characters in that 2D style. I think we got some of that in what, Disgaea RPG. That is also now Japan only because they shut it down in in Western regions. But they do have designs for, I think, some of the 6 and 7 characters in it, which is cool. Finger X is the only hint of what an HD Phantom Brave would look like. Oh, you mean the Phantom Brave sprites? Ooh. You know what? Yes, actually. Have they not been in an HD 2D game? I feel like there've had to be like a crossover, right? I guess not. No. Wasn't Ash and Morona in 4, or am I tripping? I think I'm just tripping. Actually. Or Disgaea D2, or 5. I think they had to have been in 1. But as for the rest of the characters, yeah. Ash Morona were in D4? Ah. But yeah, I mean, that accounts for 2 characters out of the entire game. Semi-indefinite D1 hiatus. D3 is very, very underrated, I think. I mean, is it even fair to use the word underrated? Like, it's not... It's obvious why not as many people have played it compared to the others, but it is very, very good. And a lot more people would play it if they, you know, if they just launched that thing on PC or on PS4 or 5 or the Switch. No other consoles exist. Definitely none by Microsoft that start with an X. Imagine a Disgaea game on Xbox. That would go crazy. That would be cursed. I don't know why Xbox running most games just feels wrong. I feel like if you're playing an Xbox, you're playing like COD. I don't know if that association is even fair anymore in the year of our Lord 2025, but that's still the vibe I get. Disgaea 2 for the Sega Pico. The what? The what? I've never heard of this thing. That 4 is on PC Microsoft's store. Can you play any of those on Xbox? I don't know how the whole like Xbox Microsoft to PC thing works. To be honest, I've never done it. I've never had an Xbox. But is it like, if it's on that Microsoft PC store, then you can play it on Xbox or vice versa? Because I know they're trying to like connect them a lot more, especially with like things like Game Pass. But I've never used Game Pass. Xbox consoles feel like they should only be able to run games with a budget over $50 million. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Which makes it weird that multiple science adventure entries, visual novels, launched on Xbox. Sega Pico posting? No. Oh no, no. No, I've never heard of it. What the hell is a Sega Pico? I only know Pico Park. I don't think it's playable on Xbox. Oh, I think it was PC Game Pass, okay. Still wild. When are they gonna put Disgaea 3 on Game Pass? That would be the funniest shadow drop for Silk Song, actually. It doesn't even release on Wait, I had this thought the other day, actually. I was thinking like physical game releases. The funniest shadow drop wouldn't even be a digital one. It would be a physical only one, and they just ship it to stores. And don't announce its existence. Imagine you're just walking in Walmart and you see Silk Song on the shelf, and you're like, and then that's the only way it comes out. Is this game even good? Hey, Harry Devil, what's up? Welcome in. This game is good. I really want to know the one person who bought Robotics Notes on Xbox once. Robotics Notes did launch on Xbox. Fucking crazy. I can't imagine playing a visual novel on Xbox, but why not? But yeah, Daredevil. This is it's a brawler game where you can bribe enemies with a calculator. It's so if that doesn't scream peak fiction, I don't know what does. And as an accountant myself, you know I love me some calculators. You know, I may be a little biased. I think Chaos Child also launched on Xbox. Debating whether I want Murano or Hero Printing to be your main unit for post-game in D3. You're playing on the Vita, right? Yeah. Probably... honestly, I don't know either of them. I don't think I got any of the DLC for I think when I play... That's such a stark contrast, because I was thinking, no, I didn't. And I took that into account when I made the video on it, because, no, I didn't buy any of the DLC, actually, because I played it on PS3, so all of that shit was paid DLC, and I was vehemently against buying DLC. I was like, no. That's for losers. And then smash cut to Disgaea D2. I bought every single goddamn DLC character because they all had trophies for getting them. And obviously I just wanted to have them, but I have never like consciously acknowledged that. But yeah, I've changed as a human being. My brain has been rewired. Oh, you're playing PS3? Oh. Yeah, I've heard, actually, no. I was gonna say I've heard Hero Printing is, like, broken, but that's actually not true. It's that his skill makes him take 10 times more damage. I think his ability makes him take, like, 10 times more damage or something, and that's why he's really easy to get, like, the max damage trophy with. or like what the trophy for dealing like 10 billion damage, because you can just use Hero Prinny, then like attack him, which is really fucking funny. Hey, Andrew Gomez, oh my god, thank you so much for the donation. Love 100%, guys. Oh, did you ever consider doing Labyrinth of Refrain? Man, I do want to play Labyrinth of Refrain. I want to play both of them. Any of the Star Ocean, Tales of, or Trails of series. I would. I think I replied to your comment, but on the ZHP video. But yeah, Trails would be a really fun one. I didn't even consider that like until you said that in your comment, and I was like, Trails. I've played Berseria, and I really like Berseria, and from playing Berseria, I know how much 100%ing a Tales game can be, at least that game, because it requires you to do a lot. So yeah, that would be a fun one to do, so I would definitely consider that. Star Ocean, I don't have any experience with, but man, there are so many RPG series I really want to get into and check out. I'd totally be willing to look into Star Ocean. Yeah, Labyrinth of Refrain is definitely an NIS game I want to check out, both of them. I have them already on Steam. Yeah, thank you so much. Main ability respawns every time he's killed? Oh, the ability I'm thinking was one of his learnable abilities. Okay. Still, though. Crazy shit. Putting a trophy behind that is genuinely evil. Oh, there's a trophy like that in all of them. Oh, or unless you mean the DLC. You don't need them for the platinum. In terms of the DLC characters in Disgaea and like that's just on me. That's on me for having a skill issue. The skill issue being the ability to not spend money, I guess. The ability to walk away from a trophy. but yeah, there are trophies. Like, they're just extra ones that are tacked onto your list. You don't need them for the platinum or anything like that. The trophy is literally, you have this character now. That's it. And I ate that shit up. But no, it's cool to have the characters too. I mean, like I said, that's... No. Actually, Princess Plume was not a DLC character. Never mind. I was gonna say that's why I had Princess Plume, but no, she was in the main story, I think, or in the main post game. The one girl from what is it? Guided Fate Paradox is one of them though, I believe, and I did not recognize her at the time. But now that I've looked more into Guided Fate Paradox and have it sitting physically right over there, I'm like, oh shit, that's her. That is another one I really want to play soon too. In the DLC in a completely legal manner. I'm sure you did. I will ask no further questions. Recommend Unicorn Overlord. It's an 85-hour time sink. Rookie numbers. No, that is good to know though. Kind of a mix between Advanced Wars and Disgaea, maybe. I've heard of it. I know I've heard such good things. And Vanillaware's entire catalog, in general, I've been really interested in, especially since playing Battle Princess of Arcadia's, because that's a very, like, old Vanillaware kind of style game, with the 2D side-scrolling action and the art style. But so many comparisons have been made. But yes, that kind of got me wanting to play Vanillaware games. Yeah, I mean, all of them look beautiful, but yes, Unicorn Overlord, like, I've seen the art in that, and it looks absolutely gorgeous. And that's another validation for my Vita, because I know, which one is it? It's Dragon's Crown? That's almost definitely not the right one. One of them has its definitive version on the Vita, and has not been re-released anywhere else. So, that's something I could use this for sure. Penny Punching Princess is actually the first game I have played since, I just got this PS2, so hell of a first game to play. You heard Dragon Crown? Yes, mention Vanillaware. You will summon Ellie. Yeah, I think it's Dragon Crown that has Rebirth, it's subtitled. No, Muramasa, I'm sorry, I'm so dumb. Muramasa Rebirth. That's the one that was on the Vita. And it hasn't gone anywhere else. Odin Sphere's definitive version, well, re-released version, I guess. That one got put on a PS4 though, as well. So it's not only on Vita. DD2 having achievements with DLC when their ball was DLC in D3, yeah, which is crazy. Also why I didn't have the ball fight in PS3 Disgaea 3 because I didn't want to pay for DLC. Which maybe that wasn't great for the purposes of a guide video, but it is what it is. I wasn't playing the definitive version of the game anyway, so we'll revisit it if I ever do I don't know, an absence of detention video. A Vita, Disgaea 3 Vita 1. Didn't know that? Oh, yeah. Which is much more convenient, for sure. I need to get a shelf for all my games, because I keep getting more and more physical games, and I just don't have room for them. I have them all, like, piled up over there. Problem with that is that Vita games, I have found, are incredibly expensive. A lot of Vita games physically have, I guess, have just skyrocketed in price because, I don't know, dead console. Rarity, I don't know. Video game markets, secondhand video game market's fucked. But almost every Vita game that I've wanted to get, that I've looked into getting a physical copy of, is being sold for I don't know, like, at least, I don't know, like, full price still, like, $50, $60. And I'm like, it should not be like that. Or even more if it's like a, I don't know, one of those special cases where the game's just rare and, like, sought after. I think that one Neptunia Rhythm game I mentioned goes for, like, $100, which is absurd. Maybe not, maybe that's, like, 50 or 60, but it's $10 on the regular, like, the actual official Vita store. Like, actual Sony is selling it digitally for, like, $10. So it's like, can I really justify that? No, I can't. No, I can't. Now, if I had actually played the Neptunia series and was into it, maybe. But that is a series that I want to get into so bad. I want to check it out, and I haven't played any of them yet. I got the Rebirth trilogy on Steam, but I've been so curious about that series. I think Muamaso is one of them too. Like, then I'm just like, why am I gonna pay that much for Muamaso for a Vita game? Sky 3 is like cheap on Vita. Yeah, no, I saw that too. That's crazy. I saw a bundle on the store that's like, yeah, you can get Disgaea 3 Vita. You can get Absence of Detention for, what is it, like $10 or $20? Actually, maybe it's like $30. But then there was a bundle they had with Absence of Detention and Disgaea 4 for like $35. For like a little bit more. So it's like, why wouldn't I just get that? That's crazy. For almost the same price, for like a little bit more, you just get a whole ass another game. Like, yeah, I've already played Disgaea 4, but it's like, why wouldn't you at that point? The only thing more painful than hunting retro games, remembering the games you traded in the past you wish you'd kept. That is why I still have my copy of Yakuza Dead Souls, despite fucking hating that game. That was one of the only games I've ever played that I'm like, you know, maybe I'm okay with just getting rid of this, but but no. That's such a cool one to have physically, and I paid too much for it to give it away or to sell it or whatever. All the listings for that game are like $100. And I found it for $80 at Too Many Games. And I'm like, that's still a lot of money, but fuck, I gotta do it. And then I played it, and I was like, this game sucks. But it is what it is. You win some, you lose some. If you're gonna spend that money anywhere, it's gonna be at a convention. If money comes out of your pocket at a convention, it doesn't count. That's the rule. That nobody but me says. I made it up. When a Dead Souls Kiwami. You truly want to see those characters in well-executed apocalypse scenarios. It sounds so entertaining. It does! I think that was the big disappointment for me, because it is such a funny concept. Like, for a game like Yakuza, hell yeah. They would have so much fun with that. And then they didn't. And then they made it into a really boring third-person shooter. Instead of beating the shit out of zombies with your bare fists. And, you know, taking the piss out of the entire concept. Like a Yakuza game should do, goddammit. But we live in the bad timeline, unfortunately. If they made another game like that, like, it doesn't even have to be like a Dead Souls or like a zombie apocalypse scenario. Just make a game that has the same feel as that. Just a super out there, non-canonical, just goofy concept, and just make a Yakuza game around it, because Yakuza games just thrive in that kind of way. That would be awesome. A post-Zero Dead Souls. Yeah, Miracle Johnson. Actually, so true, though. I find it so crazy that Miracle Johnson's song in Zero is so reminiscent of Michael Jackson's Bad without it, like, even... It invokes the same feelings as Bad, but, like, it's not. I don't even... It's such a weird homage type song. Because it's not like a remix, or like, I don't even think it samples it or anything, and yet it just... You can just tell it's based on it. I don't know what it is about that song specifically, but I'm just like, how did they do that? How did they do that? I don't think I've ever heard anything quite like that. Has my voice been coming from two different places? Oh, that's fucked. I just noticed my webcam mic may have been on. I hope I wasn't, like, double speaking. Oh, that sounds terrible. Anyways, I was checking my audio levels. Also because the game hopefully isn't too loud. It looks like it might have been on my Streamlabs, but anyway, I turned that shit off. Blech. Everything has been fine. Oh, okay, good. Maybe it just doesn't register my webcam mic, because my webcam technically has like a built-in mic. That sounds awful. It's a very low quality mic. Good, good, good. I literally went to my, like... There aren't very many local game stores around here. Kind of, surprisingly. That aren't, like, your average, you know, like, GameStop or whatever, and that's not wouldn't be considered a local game store, but and we have like some. I guess GameStop would be the only kind of chain like that, but we don't have any like small local, especially ones focused on like older retro games. But there's one that's like 20 minutes away from me. That's pretty cool. And I went in there like a few weeks ago to look for some games and also to see if they had a PSTV in stock. But I really do just like browsing. I think that's why I like Too Many Games a lot as well. Obviously, there's a lot to like about it being a convention, but I just love to look at like, I don't know, I'd love to look at the older games and like see what's there, see what I can find. Kind of fucked up that the game doesn't let you get strong enough to just tank all this boss's damage. You still have to be careful. Why can't the game just let me win? Bad game design. Terrible. Zero. They don't let me frolic and be silly. Game stores are the same as arcades in UK now, almost extinct. We have a chain called Game. I'm sorry, I don't know why that sounds so funny. It has games. What more can you say? Everything else is gone now. I know. It is so unfortunate. Digital really is just being pushed so hard. And that is one of the reasons I've enjoyed collecting physical games whenever I get them. But I still play most of my stuff on PC. So like but when I do play a game on console, and I'll play a game on console if I can find a physical version for that console like for cheaper. Or obviously if it's exclusive, but mostly PCs just, I mean, it is just more convenient. And I like having all my achievements and stuff on Steam. But if I do get a game for console, I will go out of my way to get it physically. I don't like buying shit off the, the PlayStation Store digitally or whatever. Because I do like having them. I'm at 5 million gold! Can you believe it? I'm halfway! You don't know how many hours I've sunk into this already. I'm halfway! Oh, shit's crazy. They had a mental block when thinking of store names, and they'll just call it game, exactly. This game store, like tabletop, card, and video game. Yeah, there are a couple stores in my area like that as well. I just called out the one because it is solely focused on video games, and that is primarily what I like. I'm not nearly as interested in the board games and card games, if I'm being completely honest. But there are some like that in my area that do like that kind of stuff as well, which is cool. They cleared out all the retro games, replaced them with Funko Pops. I think that's the most tragic thing I've heard ever. It says something about nearby game stores. Ooh, that's rough. Listen, as someone who used to collect Funko Pops when I was like 18, I have many regrets in life, and that's one of them. I still have a few that I haven't sold. I sold all of them. I still have a few lying around that I didn't end up selling, and they're just like in a corner in my room. But that is horrifying. I know, and like even GameStop has those too. Like they definitely push the more modern stuff and the I guess accessories. They have Funko Pops and all that shit. And it's like, where are the games? GameStop did do that retro game store shit, didn't they? And it was terrible. Their practices, which I think everyone saw coming, except me because I just wanted to believe. But I think their practices were like actually terrible. The prices look decent from what I saw on like the retro GameStop like online store, but oh well. Imagine the store employee crying as they take down a copy of Knuckles Chaotix and replace it with a Conan O'Brien Funko Pop. Ugh. Knuckles fucking Chaotix. What a game. I know, and that is the thing about the one retro game focused store. They do have, I mean, they have modern games, so they have PS4 games as well, and all that. But they have so many, like, they have shelves of like Genesis games and NES games and all that kind of shit. I just think that's super cool. Even though I can't play any of them. I don't have a Genesis, but as cool as that would be. They didn't have anything Vita though, really. They had like one Vita game in a case, and that was it. At least Funko Pops were not the only thing I got. I still have 2 real physical sonic screwdrivers on my bookshelf. And that's pretty fucking cool. Also, I had a oh my god, I wish I kept it. I sold that too, didn't I? I had a Dalek speaker that, like, it was like a Bluetooth speaker shaped like a Dalek, and the lights on its head would light up like to the beat of the, you know, in time, I guess, with the music. I think I sold that because I just didn't use it. Well, it was because when you turned it on, it would make this really loud noise, and I hated that. And there was no way to turn it down. When it turned on or off, it would say a voice line. It would say, like, I don't know, Dalek exterminate, or whatever the fuck it said, in like really loudly. I hated it. And it would turn off by itself, like whenever you just didn't use it for a while. So I would just hear out of nowhere just this loud ass Dalek voice. And I was like, get this thing out, I don't use it. But God, I wish I hadn't sold it. It was really cool. I was really big into Doctor Who. I had the TARDIS Funko Pop as well. I actually still have the TARDIS sign on my wall. So I used to get a lot of posters and stuff for that kind of thing. But one of them is like a little metal plate of just the sign on the front of the TARDIS. I don't even know what it says, like call this number or push to open or whatever it says, but then that white sign on the front. I'm gonna go to bed now. Alright, Macabo. Sounds good. Yeah, thanks for hanging. It was fun. Have a good sleep. I was a little bit of a you could say I was a little bit of a super hulakian. That's a name I haven't heard since 2016. Yeah, before I really got into video games, that's where I was. There's other dark ages of mags, I guess. That's the lore. BBC Merlin. All that shit. Hey, Trainer Mystic. Welcome on in. How you doing? Come from Unova. I see. Gen 5? I think. Am I correct? I knew you, Dr. Fame. Seeing you say Super Hulux out loud is not what I expected. I feel like what I'm into now is so far removed from that kind of shit, but it's in here. It's in here for sure. You never truly stop being a Super Hulakian. Even if I haven't actually watched any Doctor Who in like 5 years. I watched 13th Doctor's first season, slept through half of it, and haven't seen anything past that. Unfortunately. Peter Capaldi's the best one though. You can't be Peter Capaldi's Doctor. I'm sorry. The 12th. No one does it like him. Sylvester McCoy. Oh, nice. That's a classic Who pick. I haven't seen much of classic Who, to be honest. It's daunting because it has like, I don't know, 700 episodes. but yeah, all those old Doctors look really cool. Like I've seen a few of the runs from a few of them, because I think Netflix used to have some of the seasons of each Doctor. They had like a few episodes from each, and I remember watching some of those, and then looking up some as well on my own. But the second one, what was his name? Patrick Troughton. He was cool. But yeah, showing your age. Yeah, I'm not even. I didn't comment any further because I don't know what number Sylvester McCoy is. I don't remember. I didn't want to call myself out. I'm a fake fan, I know. Yeah, I know Tom Baker is like a big fan favorite, the fourth one. I was in, I think when I got into it, I was still in maybe late middle school? Which was when I think Matt Smith was still going. Which makes even me feel old saying that. I think this might be my last run before I head to bed as well. I got work tomorrow. It's been a fun stream. I honestly, almost 2 hours, and it did not feel like it. I had a lot of fun. I did not expect, you know, so many people to come out, but I am very happy with it. And, you know, I had a lot of fun chatting. The princess is falling down. Oh, the animations in this game are so nice, are so adorable. The when you pull out your calculator, she does that little like mean face, and she's like concentrating on the on the calculator. With her lips pursed. It's funny. This game is charming, for sure. The cutscenes are nice too. I guess I've been skipping all of them, but I like the I like the sprites and just the style of the cutscenes too. It's adorable. Weird, the game, only the narrator is voice acted. So there is a narrator that will butt in sometimes in the dialogue. Every character's voice is like a cute little like kind of robotic, not a voice, but like kind of like you hear in Animal Crossing or whatever, like that across every character's voice. And then the narrator will speak, and it's just a fully voiced line. It's so jarring. It's kind of funny. Let me see if let me see if that happens in this cutscene. I don't remember. Yeah, I love these animations. This pixel art here. It's really good looking. There's the narrator.
Seems like the princess is back to her usual self.
It's so weird, but I love it. Anyway, that's gonna be it for tonight. We got to 5 million gold. We had good conversations. The Dragon Crown does the same thing. It always catches you off guard. Oh, weird. I don't think I've ever really seen that before. That's interesting. But that's gonna be all for me tonight. I will be hard at work at this for the next God knows how long. Maybe I'll stream it again. Who knows? But at some point. But thank you all for coming out, and have a great night. I'm gonna go chill and go to bed. I'll see y'all.